Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For this video, we will explain about our case study, which is from Group 7. We are from Faculty Electrical and Electronic Technology, and this video will be prepared for IRTS Muhammad Afif bin Kasno. So, this is our group member. Number 1 is Muhammad FAUZI bin KHASNOR. Number 2, Noor Bazlan bin Muhammad SAZANUDDIN. Number 3, AMIRAH binti Abu Bakar. Number 4, ABDUL HADI bin SHAMSUL KAMAL. And the lastly of our group member is Muhammad SYAZWAN bin Madiyah. Firstly is infographic 1.
Now, I would like to explain about the chronology of the event. On December 2nd, 1984, around 9:30 p.m., it was a routine pipeline washing. At that time, the worker noticed a leak. Although the worker tried to find the leak, but they did not check thoroughly. Around 12:15 a.m., the water began to leak into the tank E610 containing methyl isonate, or as we call it MIC. And because of that, the temperature rise to 200 Celsius, which caused the wall of the tank to crack. At around 12:30 a.m., the gas releases to the atmosphere and start spreading to the nearest village. The worker realized that and tried to activate the safety system but failed. At 1 a.m., the gas reaches the villager and the thousands of people affected. And that is all for the chronology.
Next is infographic 2. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Noor Bazlan bin Muhammad SAZANUDDIN. My matric number is B0717100756, and I am from 4 BEEI section 1/2. So for my presentation today, that I will present about the second infographic, which is the effect of air pollution on humans. Basically, in my presentation, in my infographic beside, I will be divided by 3 parts, which is the first part. The first part is about the meaning of the air pollution itself and what is the disease that will be happen on humans when they breathe a lot of air pollution. And the second part is about who is the most impacted by air pollution, and the third one is about how the government that will be act when there is individual or organization that caused the air pollution. So, without wasting our time, the first part is the meaning of the air pollution, which is, as we know, the air pollution is the most is one of the worried environmentalists that always happen around the world, either in our country or others country. So according to WHO, which is World Health Organization, they said that around 7 million deaths that will be happen around the world because this human always have exposed to the air pollution, either on outdoor or household air pollution. So this problem can make a lot of the disease that will be impact on humans, such as the stroke, heart disease, and lung cancer, chronic and acute respiratory disease, which is all of the disease because of the air pollution that humans always be exposed and breathe of the air pollution. So the second part is about who is the most impact by air pollution. So in my opinion, there are two most people that will be impact by air pollution, which is the children and the outdoor workers. It is because the children, these children doesn't have a good metabolism or protection in their in the body. So these children can easily get the pneumonia, which is one of the chronic disease that will be always happen on the children, which is this pneumonia is one of the leading causes of death in children under the 5 years age. So one of the factor is the air pollution. So the second most impact by air pollution is the outdoor workers, which is the outdoor workers always work is not work in the office or the house. They always exposed to the bad atmosphere, which is on the street, vendors and traffic officers, which is all of these environment or this place that usually that can be affected by air pollution. So the last part about my presentation is the penalty, which is the government have been announced that there will Environment Quality Act 1974, which is that will be 3 different penalty when there is individual or organization that doesn't follow the act, which is the first one. They will shall be liable to fine not exceeds about 1,000 ringgit, 100,000 ringgit Malaysia, and the second one, there will be imprisonment for a period not exceeding 4 or 5 years, or there will be both penalty. So if this individual or organization doesn't follow again the instruction by the government, there will be a further fine which is not exceeding about 1,000 ringgit per day for every day that will be offense is continue. So that is about my presentation today about the effect of air pollution. So that's all from me. Thank you. Next is infographic 3.
The impact of air pollution on children start even before they are born. A research from Ohio, USA, looking at the effect of PM 2.5 exposure and childbirth found shocking results. Fine particulate matters, especially those that are less than 2.5 micrometers, also called PM 2.5, pose a severe health threat. These particulate matters travel deep into the respiratory tract and deposit in the lungs, causing all kinds of health issues from allergy to deadly cancer. Children's immune system is also not that strong as compared to adults. Therefore, a significant amount of contaminants plus a lower immune system means children will be more likely to develop respiratory issues related to air pollution. Thus, air pollution impacts the growth and development of children. The Global Burden of Disease report of 2017 found that India loses one child every 3 minutes due to polluted air. The data from 1990 until 2017 link air pollution as the primary reason for lower respiratory tract infection, LRI. Researchers found that during the years with less pollution, the children had fewer episodes of air quality related diseases like chronic cough. The air pollution related deaths were due to heart diseases and stroke, acute lower respiratory infection and lung cancer.
Next is infographic 4.
To talk about the ethical issue in environmental pollution. The ethical issue arises when environmental regulation in host nation are far inferior to those in the home nation. The developing nation often lack the environmental regulation, and according to the critics, the result can be higher level of the pollution from the operation of multinational that would be allowed at home. Next is environmental question take on added importance because some of the part of the environmental are public goods that no one own but anyone can despoil. The tragedy of the common occur when resources had in common by all but owned by no one is overused by individual, resulting in its degradation. Next is the law of the environmental pollution. First is reducing the use of energy source from fossil fuel. It because is the main reason of the air pollution. Next is use more eco-friendly fuel that give less carbon emission. Because if accident happen, it will give less effect to the surrounding area. Next is giving more higher penalty. To make sure there is no accident will happen and make the worker more alert. Lastly, is to reinforce the law because every year there is a new machine will be made and they can escape from the law but still make a bad pollution happen. Thank you.
Last but not least, infographic 5.
Utilitarianism. Utilitarian ethics is a normative ethical system that concerns with the consequence of ethical decision. Therefore, it can be described as a theory, which is essentially the same thing. The utilitarianism clause is saying an action is right as a comfort to the rule that leads to the greatest good, or the rightness or wrongness of a particular action and function, of the correctness of the rule of which is and it stands. Okay, now next, duty ethics is focused on moral obligation of corporate manager to act in according with a set of principles and rules regardless of the consequence. For example, stop the burning of forests, mangroves, and in agriculture, this is the most important to prevent the Southeast Asian haze. After that, the concept of right ethics is that a sound condition, both positive and negative, that all humans are based only on the fact that are human. This right can be natural or conventional. That is, natural rights are those that are moral, while conventional are those created by humans and reflect society values. The easier way is phase out the use of wood and charcoal as household fuels and replace them with safe and efficient stove. And the last application of ethical problem, we choose an attitude, disposition, or character trait that enable us to be and to act in ways that develop this potential. The solution is reduce vehicle emission through better energy efficiency, and air pollution standard for vehicle and control of private transport. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for listening and watching our video. Thank you.